Chapter 1 of Eddie of Jackson's Gang. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Maria Therese. Eddie of Jackson's Gang by Brother Ernest Ryan. Chapter 1 On the Go. April howled through the trees that stretched dripping fingers above a hut in a section of the city boasting no larger habitation. The laws of the nondescripts who drifted in and out of the sheds there were much like those of the Foreign Legion. No one questioned a newcomer or an old inhabitant as to his past, present, or future. They came and went with no more interest in one another than a toothless sailor has in styles of toothbrushes. No one in this squatter village had lived there long enough to remember when Georges Rousseau and the little boy Eddie had first moved into their hut. Georges, however, for some strange reason, knew the comings and goings of all the others. He made it his business to know these things, and while he talked to no one, not even seeming to take his eyes off the ground as he came and went, still he missed nothing. Had the others been interested enough in him, they would have noticed a strange, hunted look in those shifty eyes. Today, as the wind howled and cold blades of rain knifed across the roof, Georges Rousseau was pacing back and forth in the single room, muttering something to himself. In one corner on the floor, covered with a bundle of old clothing, lay a boy asleep. For the moment he knew nothing of the elemental storm outside, or of the more violent strife raging in the mind of the man with whom he had lived a life without affection, but also without active abuse. But soon the crashing of the thunder awakened Eddie, and he lay there listening to its roll. Then a steel-blue flash of lightning illuminated the hut, and in its glare he saw Georges standing in the middle of the room. "You awake?" "Yes, the thunder scared me out of my sleep." "You don't know much about the city, do you?" "How could I? I never go any place except with you." "I am thinking of taking you some place." "That's fine, Georges. When will we go?" "I think now." "Now? In this awful storm? This late at night?" "Yes. Get up. I can't stand this any longer. I take you to a good place. You should be in a good place. I should have put you in a good place long ago. God will punish Georges bad some day. Why did I—" Eddie got up from his hard bed at once. He had always thus obeyed Georges ever since he first met him. Georges, as we have said, had never really been unkind to Eddie. There just had never been any friendly relations between them. The man had gone about his own life and work, whatever it was, and Eddie had gone from place to place with him, much as a dog goes along with its master. At times they had lived in very comfortable circumstances in fine residential districts, at other times in cheap apartment houses, and more than once in just such surroundings as the present one. "Put on your heavy coat. It will help to keep you dry." Eddie took the coat down from the hook and got into it. This great coat had served him well, though it had never been made for him. Georges had given it to him one winter afternoon when they were on the move, much as they were tonight. Often since then it had been his only bed covering. "Here is a card," Georges told him. "Put it in your pocket and keep it dry. When you get to the place where I am taking you, give it to the sister." Looking at the card, the boy noticed that it contained just one word: Eddie. Questions arose in his mind, but he gave them no voice. He knew from past experience that, with Georges, questions were useless. Before he really understood his guardian, he used to ask many things. Invariably they went unanswered. Whatever Georges wanted him to know, he told him. That was all. Now, as the lightning flashes permitted, Eddie watched Georges. The silent man was gathering together the odds and ends of his possessions and packing them into an old suitcase, a receptacle which had long been associated in Eddie's mind with moving. Whenever he saw Georges pick it up, he knew that the man was, for some reason he had never understood, possessed of a strange urge to get going. "You ready?" "Yes, Georges." "Well, we go then." Georges opened the door and stepped out into the blinding rain. Eddie followed, leaving the door of the shack dangling on its uncertain hinges. No light showed in any of the huts as they passed. Just what time it was Eddie did not know. Silently
Sample complete. Ready to continue?